Hey y'all, it's TxStampin Sharon. Welcome to my live. It is Monday, November the 17th. Yep, I am live at 7 o'clock p.m. Central. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Just gonna double check everything, make sure I'm good to go. Doing lives, you never know what's gonna happen. I could have a dog bark. I could have my husband walk into the room by accident. But when we're live, we can interact with each other and have a really good time. So I'm glad you're here. If you are watching the replay, thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend it with me and watch my cards. I love that. Lori can see and hear me. Yay! Because on that computer, I see a commercial. So I can't tell if I'm live or not. But we are thankful for the ads and we're thankful for the platform of YouTube to allow us to be together, hang out, and for me to teach you these 4 easy Christmas cards. So let's see. Oh, y'all love my blouse. Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. I'm just scrolling. Mary Yates can hear me and see me. Good. Okay. Mary likes my shirt. Yay. Thank you, guys. All right. I think we are good to go. I guess I'm going to watch the whole commercial over there. The whole ad. I don't think I've ever had that happen yet. But anyway, it's all fine. It's all fine. As long as y'all are talking to me and you can hear me, it's all fine. Okay, so what are we doing tonight? Tonight, I am going to share 4 easy cards. One is a shaker card. One is a gift card holder. And then 2, I'm calling them a technique because they are in their own way. Let's just put it that way. I want to help you all with those Christmas card ideas. I want to inspire you and give you I want to give you ideas and inspiration to finish up your cards. There, I was a mouthful. I do want to give a shout out to those in the live chat that have a Texas logo by their name. Y'all are my stamping friends, which means you are members of my YouTube channel. And tomorrow night is our class that we're going to be doing. This is a card, by the way. I love this design, and I hope y'all do too. If you're not a member and you want to become a member, you can still do that. So all you have to do is look below the video in the description, click on join my membership, and it is there is a fee. It is $4.99 if you do it on your computer, and otherwise if you go through the Apple app, it's $6.99. I can't help it. Apple decided they wanted a little bit of that money. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. But yeah, you can join and you can go back and look at all the other classes that we have had and get all the tutorials. Okay, the other shout out I want to do while everybody is finding me is to Michelle Batson. She is my moderator tonight. She has a little blue wrench by her name in the live chat, and she will help guide you, answer questions while I have my head down teaching y'all these projects. So thank you, Michelle. Pamela says, I can't wait till tomorrow. It is a beautiful project, Lori. It is a fun one. It is an easy one. And again, just helping y'all with those last bits of Christmas card gift wrapping ideas. All right, let me flip the camera and let's get started. I was trying to see how many I have on the live and I can't quite see that information, but I'm glad y'all are here. It's fine. It's all fine. Let me just move this over. Okay. All right. The first thing we're going to do is this fun gift card holder. And whoa, why am I so crooked? Hang on. Whoops. Let's straighten up the camera a bit. Wow. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. Okay. This is the gift card holder that we're doing. Fun. Think of it for Christmas, birthdays, anniversary, any kind of wedding card. Change the paper, change the sentiment, and you're good to go for any occasion. Okay? All right. Oh, thank you, Jeannie. I decided, though, when I make the card live, I'm going to switch it up. I don't know why I picked white for the fold-out part, so I'm going to go with black. Okay? I will have the tips download for y'all after the live is over on my blog, and I believe that link is below the video. Okay, so I want to get, all right, so we're going to do this again. Here's the card. It folds out. Now let's do some scoring. My paper is 4 inches by 9 3/4. I don't know if y'all can see that. 9 3/4, okay? I'm going to score at 3, let's see, making sure, I'm double checking. 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. That's it. Easy peasy. I'm going to do a Z fold like that. And lots of clicking going on, just giving that all a good burnish. We want that to fold flat. Now, my card base is also black. It is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to add the designer series paper to this layer. We're going to put this on here to where it opens up this way. Okay. I want to know in the live chat, how many of you give gift cards, cash, for Christmas? Let's just focus on Christmas on this one. Let's see, I think I want to do it this way. You're going to need 2 pieces of designer series paper, and I believe this is 3 inches by 3 3/4, but I do have the measurements for y'all in that handout. That blog post will be live at 8 p.m. Central. Don't go anywhere. Y'all got to stay with me. Trinket Troy, this paper is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okay, now for the gift card holder part, I made this piece the same length. So it is 4 inches by 2, okay? I do want to grab my 1 3/4 or any size circle punch, and we're going to punch out, what do they call that? The thumbnail? The thumb, yeah, the thumb thing, so you can pull out the gift card. Now, what I really want to remind you of, get a card, get a gift card, get a debit card, get some kind of card so that you can measure, because we don't have much room here for adhesive, and we want to make sure that it fits. By the way, this is not a valid gift card. It was once upon a time in its day, but not anymore. Okay, let's do this. So I'm using the card as a guide. Where is my scissors? I always like to cut. Okay. This back for measuring. Hi, Mary Moat. Sarah Kendall's here for the pajama party. There you go, girl. Get comfy. Card making should be comfy, relaxing, fun. Okay. And now, it doesn't really matter about where, but I just need a piece of tear and tape down here. I prefer to use tear and tape because number one, it fits. Number two, it's not messy like liquid glue. Give this a little burnish. Get that out of the way. Should have timed myself to see how long it takes to make this card because it's so fast. Look how pretty. Player Pool says, I like using liquid glue on the edge and then push sides in just a bit for space. That's a good thought. Yeah. As long as we let that liquid glue, don't let it ooze out. All right, so then that just slides right in, just like that. Okay, now let's do our stamping. I've got my basic white here. I have my Memento ink. I prefer Memento over Tuxedo Black. Why I can't find my stamps, I'm not sure. Let's see. What am Merry Christmas. We could use... Yep, we'll use this one. Okay. The stamp set that I'm using is Traditional Labels, and I'm using this Merry Christmas right here. Use what fits. Go rogue if you have to, y'all. Y'all know how I like to go rogue. Why are you sliding off? Let me fix that. A tip for you, when your photopolymer stamps stop sticking so well, take it to the kitchen sink, bathroom sink, a little bit of hand soap, and wash it. I'm noticing that mine is not sticky, so I am just going to, I'm going to actually use a little bit of hand sanitizer, sneaking that in on camera, because I don't want this to fall. I don't want it to fall off my block. Let's see. I'm missing comments here. Trish says, love that paper. One of those, too pretty to cut up. No, no, girl. You got to cut it up. You got to use it. It's beautiful. I'm just letting this dry before I stamp with it. Ethel says, I just got here, and yes, I give gift cards or cash for Christmas. This card is beautiful and looks pretty easy. Thanks for this card. They're all beautiful. You're so welcome, because it is easy. I promise. You saw how quickly it went together. All right, let's make sure that that's good and dry. All right, now we're ready to stamp. So I just didn't want my stamp to fall off after I ink it up. That would be bad. You know, you make a mess. I will take that stamp to the sink and rinse it to get the alcohol off of it in case y'all are worried about my stamp. It'll be fine. But in a pinch, you just do what you got to do. All right, so we have Merry Christmas. And we'll close that up. Where'd my card go? There it is. I opted not to put this on with dimensionals because, whoops, I felt like I had enough layers there, so I opted not to. And I also opted not to put any embellishments because that paper does not need any embellishing. It is gorgeous paper. There we go. Got one down. There we go, y'all. What do y'all think? Let me know in the live chat if you're going to make any of these gift card holders. Put that over there. All right, so for my next one, oh yeah, I want to show you how to do this. Cindy says, I've had that happen with stamps before. Yep, Cindy. They fall off. They do. They fall off of the block. I'm switching and I'm going to use Ornamental Christmas for this one. And Michelle Batson, I just realized I don't think I put this stamp set on our list. I do have a list of supplies below the video, but I don't think I put this one on. I will make sure of that, but I don't think I did. Okay, the trick to this card, let me get all my bits and pieces out here. There's my card base. The trick to this card is actually adhesive sheets. Oh my gosh. Y'all, have you ever played with the adhesive sheets in this way? I'm going to get the black layer, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Gladys says she likes this card. Thank you, thank you. And I want to have it be the same length. So I need my adhesive sheet to be 5 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. Move this out of the way. I don't need you quite yet. I actually, you know what? I actually want to just use one panel. Let's see if I can do this without making a sticky mess. No, I will. Never mind. Forget that. We're going to do it this way. I'm actually going to hold it up. I don't want to waste it, and I only need this panel is what I'm trying to say. Lori says, I always forget about the adhesive sheets. I know, girl. I know. So I'm just going to take my scissors. I was going to use my trimmer, but I opted to just switch to scissors. And I'm just going to do this. I just want to cut that piece right there. And then I'm going to take this off. So do you see what I did? I didn't mean to be confusing, but this is my sticky piece that I wanted. And just going to line that up. Yeah, this is so fun. Sandy says, I've never used adhesive sheets. I guess that'll be on my next order. Yes, ma'am. You need it. You need it. Now we're going to give this a really good back rub. I really want that adhesive sheet to stick to my basic black cardstock. I'm going to lift it up and see how it's doing. Yep, I got a little bit there. I'm just gonna come in with my bone folder. I really want all of that adhesive to stick to the cardstock. That's the key to this technique. Just giving it a good burnish. Okay, all right, now let's try it. Oh, I did a really good job. Now it doesn't want to come off. Whoopsies. All right, let's see how that goes. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, so y'all can see it, right? There's adhesive on there. Now I'm going to get my gold my Wow Metallic Gold Embossing Powder. And I'm going to switch. I'm going to do white first. Just want to make sure. So this is clear. Hold on, let me get the white. Okay, so we're going to do the white first. Okay. And I just want it to be on part of it. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of pushing down. Normally you wouldn't do this because it would be ink under there, but this is adhesive. Just wipe all that off the back. We're going to get our brush. Because I did not use an embossing buddy, it got on my cardstock. That's okay. Okay. All right, let's pour this excess back in. I love the Embossing Additions toolkit. It just helps keep your work area cleaned up. Now, I also, you could use any colors, but I picked the white and the gold because that's what my paper is. This gorgeous modern Christmas designer series paper. All right, so now I'm going to get the gold. Cheryl is saying, will the glitter stick to the adhesive sheet easily rather than embossing powder? I don't have any glitter, girl, but I would try it. It should. The adhesive sheets are pretty sticky. Okay, so now we're switching to the gold. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. Just kind of pushing it all down. Okay, there we go. So fun. And then we're going to heat set it. We're going to make it shiny. Okay. All right, let's heat it up. It's like magic. It's like magic. Just want to make sure that all of your powder is melted. Well, there you go. How fun is that? Y'all, how fun is that? Okay, let's finish up our card. Lost my embossing buddy. Here we go. All right, let's do this. We are going to get our, this says Whisper White. It's called Craft White now. This is just an old pad that I have, but it still works. So I want to ink up my tree. And isn't that a cool technique, Mary Yates? Let's see. Somebody said I just gave. Cheryl says, great idea. Thanks. Add that to my shopping list. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Not sorry. Right, Lori? Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. So, ooh, I may not have left myself enough room. Hang on. I may have to redo this. Well, I got to redo it because I got a little smudge, but I almost didn't leave myself room. Let's try that this way. Let's do it again. Okay, we're going to stamp our greeting first so that we make sure we have enough room. Well, that's better. Then we'll stamp our tree. Okay, I like that tree better anyway. There you go. All right, let's get our white. Now I still see gold in there, and I do not want gold on my tree. So I'm gonna grab just a Swiffer and clean that all out. Make sure it's all good so that I don't get gold in my white embossing pattern. I don't want the gold yet. You're gonna see how I do add gold. Let's go ahead and pour this on. I think having embossing on your Christmas cards just makes it even more special. Boy, that did not stick well. My ink dried? Yeah, I think what happened is my ink pad needs some more ink. All right, we're not going to mess up our card now. We're going to fix this. We're going to do this again. So those of you who have never inked up your white ink pad, I just do this. I've used my white ink pad a lot lately, and so I should have checked it. But we want our card to be good, so we want to make sure it's all nice and juicy. I'm going to grab a spoon. I'm going to smear that around. And we're going to try that again. Get a piece of black. Okay, this piece measures 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. Sorry, I'm cutting off camera, but that's okay. I just want to make sure our card's perfect. Whoops, there we go. Okay, let's, third time's the charm, right? Isn't that what they say? Okay, let's do this again. Hi, Sarah Kendall. So having fun, fun, fun. I hope you are. I mean, like, wow, I gotta turn the channel. This lady's crazy. She can't even stamp a card. No, I don't stress when I go live on YouTube, because if it doesn't work, I want to teach y'all how to make it work. So we're going to do it again. Feel that juiciness now. Okay, let's hold this here for a moment. That's looking better. And just to make sure, I'm going to go ahead and pour some powder on. I'm not going to take no chances again. The show can't last all night long. Okay, now let's stamp our tree. There we go. Pour our powder. Okay. I see little flecks. I don't know, it kind of looks like snow to me, so I'm not going to stress about it. I like it. All right, let's heat this up. Anne Marie is holding her breath for me. It's all good, girl. Okay. Who knows what this is? When you use the Wink of Stella on your basic black, I'm just going to grab a block here. Just want to get it started a little bit. There we go. I'm going to paint or, color my tree with it. And what happens is it looks gold and it matches the designer series paper that we're using, the Modern Christmas paper. It's all gold. And I had never noticed it being gold before. And I guess I've really never used it on black cardstock. But you can really see the gold. I don't know, maybe it's just because I wanted to see the gold. I don't know. I did add another Wink of Stella to my order because this one is getting a little dry, but that's okay. It still works. Can y'all see the gold? Look how gold. See it? There we go. We're catching it now. Look how fun. Okay, so I do need to let this dry. So I'm just going to set it there. Y'all see the card, okay? Mat it on a basic white layer, okay? Patty says, I didn't know that you could use white craft ink instead of Versamark. I'm learning a lot tonight. Well, there you go, my friend. I'm glad I taught you something else. Okay, I want to teach you how to make 2 cards. When you're making 1 card, let's make 2 cards. All right, first of all, we're going to make a shaker card. I love shaker cards. I think this is a fabulous Christmas card idea. 'Tis the season is what I stamped inside. And then when you cut out that ornament, what are we going to do with it? We're going to make another card. So we're going to make these 2 cards kind of at the same time. But I also decided to change it up a little bit. And instead of using, I don't want to lose my window sheet there. Instead of using this shape ornament, I went with just a circle. Okay, so we're going to have 2 different styles using the ornamental Christmas dies. Okay, I just thought it'd be fun. Let's just change it up. Let's see what it looks like on when we're making our cards. So, okay, so I've already got this piece cut out. We're going to work on the shaker card first. Move this over. Yep, move all that over. Okay, and what we need for the shaker card is 2 pieces of acetate or window sheets, Stampin' Up! Sells window sheets. So these are about 3.5 by 3.5. You just want, let's see if I can see this. Let's see if you can see it on the camera. You just want to make sure, oh good, that's a good shot, that it clears your ornament shape. I switched to the round because I felt like those of you who have never made a shaker card before might feel this way might make you feel like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. Okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to use the foam adhesive strips. These are strips, not sheets. I'm going to pull one off. I'm going to place, wait, hold on. Getting ahead of myself. We're going to lay the acetate down. We need to adhere this to our designer series paper first. Okay? So I'm going to use a little bit of adhesive. I think the biggest thing about shaker cards is you don't want your confetti or whatever you're using inside to come off. and be all over the table, like the one card I made for my grandson. I think my daughter is still mad at me for that one. You know, whoopsies, it's fine. So we're just going to adhere that here. Okay, so y'all see that? Pretty easy, right? Hi, Mary Coleman. We're glad you're here. You can always jump back and watch the replay if you missed the beginning of any of my YouTube lives. All right, now I want to take one of the adhesive foam strips, and I'm just going to start, and I want to get as close to my circle as possible so that we're not wasting any of the embellishments. We don't want the embellishments to end up here where people can't see them. We're just going to go around. Now when you're doing this, your designer series paper may start to curl up. So kind of keep it, kind of push this, hold this down while you're doing this, if that makes sense. Could you use tear and tape for a thin line instead of the adhesive sheet? Instead of the adhesive sheet. Oh, sure. Yeah. To do the gold embossing on? Is that what you're talking about, Barb? Absolutely. I'm sure you could. Anything that's, I could use a strip of this and pour the gold embossing powder on it. Okay? So it is still curling just a little bit, but it's fine. It's all fine. All right, we're going to need a little bit more to finish off our circle. Okay. All right, just push that all down. And then we want to remove the backing at this step. Oops. Come on. All right, make sure we got it all. Okay. All right, now we're going to pour some of the gold shaker stars and some of the loose gold sequins. Stampin' Up! Gave me lots of gold bling this time. Sometimes I have to struggle when I'm trying to make shaker cards. The key is you don't want to fill it completely up, okay? Because we want to be able to see what's inside. Now this circle is a lot bigger, so I am going to be a little bit more generous with my sequins and my shaker stars. Okay. Oh, might have too many, but that's okay. Okay. So now I want to take a second piece of acetate. All right, it's the same size. And I am just going to place it down. Sometimes your sequins will jump because of the static. You could use an embossing buddy on that window sheet if your confetti is like really jumping out, but I just kind of went for it, so we're good. Okay, so now what I want to do, I'm saying that word "so" again. We had that challenge the other day. I'm going to stop that. I want to take and use some more of the foam strips because they are the same height. Your dimensionals are a little bit skinnier, and I don't want to use dimensionals. Okay. Okay. What I should have done was to mark where my circle was going to be. I should have, so that I'll know where to stamp. Okay, so perhaps before you put the acetate on, take a pencil and just draw where the where your cutout is what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna cheat since I didn't mess up. I'm just giving myself a chance to be creative in a different way, right? So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna place it down. I'm teaching y'all how to fix your boo-boo if you make a boo-boo, okay? So now I'm gonna lift this up and I'm gonna draw a circle with a pencil. See, I didn't make a mistake. Just showing you how to do it a different way. I need to be able to stamp in this area, okay? All right, I need to clean my stamp. Maybe I should pick another stamp. Let's pick another stamp. That'll be fun. Let's have fun, right? I did not use this Merry Christmas, and now that I'm using a bigger ornament, this will be perfect. This will be perfect. Okay, let me get a block. Hi, Debbie Siegel, just now joining in. Girlfriend, glad you're here. I hope that you are inspired by my ideas that I'm sharing tonight. You can always go back and catch the ones that you may have missed at the beginning. All right, those of you in the live chat, let me know if you're all done with your Christmas cards and I shouldn't have done this video. I know that y'all are not all done, but I just thought that was a funny thing to ask. So yeah. All right, now watch. Look at that. Nobody knows that I didn't do it the right way. I am going to go in and erase my pencil. Nobody knows except for y'all that I didn't do it the right way. There we are. Okay. I love our stamping community. Y'all are like chatting with each other and checking on each other, and I just love that. I think that's so special that we have this platform, we have YouTube, that we are able to do that and hang out like this, you know? Okay, so now I'm going to take the backing off. Cindy is done with her Christmas cards. Okay, I'm not, but I'm glad you are, my friend. All right, now I want to line this up. There we go. I've got my card base. I'll make sure it's opening correctly. Whoops, I'm off just a skosh down here. I'm going to trim off that white paper a little bit. I could have used a smaller piece of white if y'all want to do that, instead of having the full piece, but I just liked it. Brenda is working on Valentine cards. Michelle is trying to find a balance between making Christmas cards and Christmas gifts. I understand that. All right, now I want to take, because I've been doing kind of the same thing, Michelle, figuring out what am I going to do with all these grandchildren and children for Christmas. I want to use the black and white and gold baker's twine and make a little loop for my ornament. And I think what I did, yeah, I did. Put a little bit of adhesive. And I did this, made a little loop. Loop needs to be able to fit on the card, so I'm kind of measuring that. Okay. Janet says, I'm finished with mine. I made 70 cards in the last 3 weeks. Holy moly, Janet. That's a lot. Now, Janet, my question for you is that, are they all the same or do you do different cards? Just curious. I like to ask people that question because I know a lot of y'all like to do a variety. All right, so we're trying to stick that to that. And I used dimensionals to stick it on. Keeping in mind that this is already puffy, you may want to use glue dots, something else. I don't know. But I used this. And there you go. So and this is the other reason that you might want to use your embossing buddy on the window sheet, because it does stick to the acetate, but I think it's pretty. I love it. So we've got a Merry Christmas and we've got a 'Tis the Season. Oh, gotta add some more bling. Sorry, hold on. We're gonna use the loose gold sequins. And Cindy Wagner says she has not started her Christmas cards. It's a good thing I only need to make about 20. Okay. All right. There you go, Cindy. Shirley Gentry says, I'm giving my children a digital frame with all the pictures of their childhood. I bet that has been a challenge, but what a sweet idea. I love that. I'm just going to add some glue spots, glue dots with the liquid glue. And then I want to get my sequins, and I want the flat end down, so I'm going to flip that around. There we go. And one more. Whoops. We had a passenger. Okay. Now my card's done. What do y'all think? Easy shaker card. Easy. All right. Because we're taking this die cut piece and we're going to make another card, let's do that now. Okay, so here's my example. Do you see the technique I did? That's what we're going to do first. Now, since our ornament, let's bring this in. Since our ornament is, this one's bigger, do I want to have a portrait card? Let me know in the live chat if you think that the card I make should be portrait or landscape. Let me know while I get my Simply Scored. Oh, y'all are loving my cards. Thank you. So I'm waiting for portrait or landscape. This piece is not. There we go. Portrait. I saw some portraits. Okay, so portrait, I want to score across the top, I think. I do. I'm not thinking. I am thinking. I just realized. Y'all can't see me. I want to score, let's see, did I do every 1/4 of an inch? I believe so. I'm just going to do, this is going to look pretty cool. Watch. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to do every 1/4 of an inch. You kind of have to do it slowly when it's this close to the edge. I just love this concept of giving a little bit of texture to our cardstock layer. There we go. How many did I do? Did I do 4? Yep. Okay. I don't know. We might do one more. Let's just do one more so that we can see the difference. Okay. Now, my Merry Christmas is too big. I'm going to have to find another greeting because I want this to appear that it's hanging from those score marks like that. Hold on, my finger's stuck. So if that's the case, my greeting is going to be a little bit different. How about wishing you peace and joy? Will that fit? It sure will. There we go. We just love to go rogue. We just love going rogue. Okay, let's take this. Let's put some dimensionals on. Deborah Clary says, I'm done with my cards except for stamps. I love new ideas, Sharon. Yay! Well, you know, the good thing about this is y'all can save these ideas for next Christmas or start working on your Christmas cards like in January, like some people like to do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stamp on the bottom. Let me get my stamp. Give me a block. And really want to make sure that's inked up. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and add this to our card base. We're running out. Of course we are, because we're live. All right. Okay, so now we're going to put our ornament on. I feel like this has gone really quick. What do y'all think? I think these were easy Christmas cards. I'm going to turn it this way just because I can. These are fast and easy Christmas cards, 4 of them. I'm going to go ahead and do another loop. And you could change and use any designer series paper that you have if you don't have this one. But most of y'all do have this one because it's so pretty. Hi, Cynthia Stitches and Stamps. I'm here for the first time. What I see says you have about 250 watching. That's probably about right. That's probably about right for a Monday night. I know football's on. I know some of my ladies like to watch football. I know the Cowboys are playing out in Vegas, I believe. So, welcome, Cynthia Stamps and Stitches and Stamps. I want my dimensionals. Here they are. Those of y'all who watch the replay, I want to know in the comments if you enjoyed these cards, if you're going to make any of them. I also want to know, do you guys actually go over and get the free tutorial off of my blog? Huh? Do y'all go? Do y'all go do that? Okay. What am I missing? I'm missing some more embellishments, but it's cute. I should have probably turned the ornament. I think that would have been fun to just turn it cockeyed, but that's okay. Let's add some embellishments. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to put, I think I'm going to put deet, right here. There we go. Whoops. That one's a little small. We're going to get a bigger one. Huh. I just keep getting the little ones. Of course I'm going to get the little ones because I'm trying to get the big ones. There we go. All right. How about this right here? Okay, so y'all do love the tutorials. I'm looking at that. Sarah Kendall says, yes, time and time again. Because I was like, I don't know. Do y'all really go get those? And I really call them more of a reminder type of technique or tutorial. Because you're sitting here watching the video. I just realized, though, that I didn't put all the measurements on there. But it's just to remind you of what I did. These layers are just 4 inches by 5 1/4 on a card base. So there we have it, my friends. We went rogue and we changed our card. And I love that. Look at that. Look how fun. And then here's this one. This is all dried now. I can add the dimensionals to the back of that one. Okay. So I have 8 more Christmas cards to get in the mail. And I'm excited. Put this here. Oh, where's my card base? We lost it. Oh, here it is. It would not surprise me if I lost something on my desk, right? Right, y'all? That's what happens all the time. Let's put this on here. If you're new to my channel, I am so glad you're here. That is not working well. Hang on. I hope that I've inspired you and given you some ideas tonight. I love learning something new and then sharing it with y'all. To help you with your card making. Okay. And then we have these. Let's come out a little bit. And then we have our gift card holder. Ta-da! How fun is that? All right. Anybody have questions? Oh, I love the tree card. Fun cards tonight. Brooke says they're all beautiful. Thank you. You're so welcome, Shirley Gentry. She says, thanks for another night of gorgeous cards. All right. So my YouTube members class is tomorrow night. And this is what we're doing. We're going to make a gift bag and a really fun, unique gift card holder. There's another gift card holder. And so so I'll see you guys tomorrow night, Monday night, November the 24th. So next Monday, I have a special mystery guest that will be in the studio. You don't want to miss that. You do not want to miss that. This is going to be a hoot. Hi, Claudette Weary. She says she loves the cards. Thank you. Deb Sandler says, I love the cards. Yvette said, I just joined tonight. Yay. Yay. As a YouTube member. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow night then, Yvette. Mommy Rue says, love the cards. Arla Beautiful. Trinket Troy says, I can't wait to give them a try. That's what I want to hear. If you guys try them, tag me on social media, put them in our Facebook group. If you need to contact me or anything, you can find a million links below my video. So if I can help you guys at all, let me know. Let me know in the comments too. What would y'all like to see in December? I was thinking like masculine birthday cards. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. All right, y'all. I will see you tomorrow night on the members class. Bye, y'all.